Hi, here's a Monday thought starter just for you, and today I want to talk about opportunities. I was talking to a client not too long ago, and he was talking about how his business is slowly declining. Since he's in an industry that is growing, I thought this was unusual, and as it turns out, he made a plan about 5 years ago, and he's been following the plan, and nothing but the plan. As a result, he ignored several other opportunities that came to him on a silver platter because he was hyper-focused on one thing, and that happened to be the one thing that wasn't going anywhere. I think we've all been there. We're so stuck on that one thing that we don't see all the other stuff that has potential. As some Prussian general said like 150 years ago, no plan survives contact with the enemy. For the sake of completeness and because I like to pony up the German on occasion, it's Feldmarschall Helmut Karl Bernhard Graf von Moltke. Love doing that. Anyways, this is true mostly because plans are based on one side of the equation. If you don't factor in what happens as you're executing the plan, you might miss lots of opportunities that you simply didn't know would be there. We don't know what we don't know. I've decided some time ago to be open to opportunities no matter what. If they come my way, I will take a look, evaluate, and if possible, try to make it work. Whether it's business, a chance to talk about something I think is important, or an opportunity to experience something new. If it presents itself, I try to say yes as often as possible. Now, of course, we're all limited by resources or bandwidth. You can't spend more than you have in terms of time or money. But other than that, I've seen pure magic happen when you're willing to be open to new things. I've also gotten myself into industries that I've never even thought of before, purely because why not? Back to my client, as we talked through the challenges in his business, we discovered that many of them could be turned into opportunities with some out-of-the-box thinking and a little optimism perhaps. Sometimes a person retiring can be an opportunity to automate. Losing a contract can be the perfect time to reorient and evaluate. If you're headed straight for the cliff, turning left or right looks pretty sweet because it's better than the fall, unless you're Wile E. Coyote or something. Every time one of my clients wants to introduce me to someone in their network, I agree because, you know, the old saying, never eat lunch alone. I had a conversation with an executive the other day, and he told me the story how years ago someone said, hey, if you ever have a deal, call me. Well, it took years, but the deal came and they were both open to working together. And by the way, if you have a terrible memory when it comes down to your network, I actually recommend you keep a file somewhere, a list of people that have said, let's do lunch, let's work together on a project, or that said, if you're ever in town, call me, because all of those are opportunities that you should be open to, and you never know what happens. And that's it for your Monday Thought Starter. I'll be back with trends on Thursdays later in the week. Until then, I'm Tobias Wilhelm.